So in this video, I will share with you 10 grammar mistakes that you should avoid while you speak in a meeting. So let me share the screen. Well, so what are the 10 grammar mistakes you should avoid while you speak in a meeting and what to say instead of it? Mistake 1. Yesterday we discussed this. Well, technically this is not correct. What you should say, yesterday we discussed this. Why? Look at the explanation. It says when you talk about something that already happened, it's past tense. So you should not be saying discuss. You should use discussed. It's past tense. I'm talking about the past, yesterday. Mistake 2. He don't understand the issue. Again, this is not correct. Instead, you should say he doesn't understand the issue. Explanation. The verb must match the subject. Now look at this. When you are using he, she, it, you can use does or doesn't. But the moment you are using I, you, we, they, you should use do or don't. So here with he, you will never use don't. I don't, but he doesn't. You don't, but she doesn't. Okay, so keep this in mind. Mistake 3. We need solution. We need a solution. Why? In English, singular countable nouns need an article. Example, a, an, or the. Without it, your sentence sounds incomplete and non-professional. So solution, it's a single solution. Use a. We need a solution. We need a solution. Okay. Mistake 4. Discuss about this topic. Well, again, technically this is not correct. You should say discuss this topic. Why? Let's understand. Some verbs do not need prepositions. Discuss already includes the meaning of about. So when I say discuss about something, right? When I say discuss, it obviously means I'm discussing about something. When I say discuss this, so I'm discussing about something. So there is no point adding about to it. When I say discuss, it automatically includes the meaning of about. So it already includes the word about. I'm discussing about something. I'm discussing about this. I'm discussing about that. So there is no point adding about unnecessarily when I say discuss. So simply discuss this topic is sufficient. Mistake 5. Many feedbacks received. Well, it should be much feedback was received. Why? Now understand, feedback is an uncountable noun. So you cannot count feedback. Instead, you should say, and you cannot say feedbacks. What you should say, much feedback, some feedback, a lot of feedback. Much feedback was received. Some feedback was received. A lot of feedback was received. Okay, it's an uncountable noun. Mistake 6. I am understanding your point. Well, technically this is not correct. However, we say it many times, still it is not correct. I understand your point is better. Why? Some verbs like understand, know, believe are not usually used in continuous form. These are called state verbs or stative verbs. Okay, so these should not be used in continuous form. Mistake 7. Explain me this. Explain this to me. Why? In English, the object placement is important. Now, explain follows this structure. Look at this. Explain something to someone. Explain this to me. Explain that to him. So it follows this structure. Explain something to someone. So never say explain me this. Instead, you should say explain this to me. Mistake 8. He can able to do this. Well, it should be he can do this or he is able to do this. Why? You do not use two modal forms together like can and able. These are two modal verbs. You do not use them together. Choose only one structure. Either say he can do this or he is able to do this. You don't add can and able together. Both are modal verbs. Don't add them together. Mistake 9. I didn't get no update. Again, this is not correct. I didn't get any update. Why? Let's understand. In English, using two negatives in one sentence is incorrect. So if you are using, let's say, didn't and no, both are negative words. And I'm using both these negative words in the same sentence, which is not the right way. Rather, use one negative word and then reframe the sentence. Didn't is already negative. So use any instead of no. Okay. So I didn't get any update is sufficient. Mistake 10, we are doing a discussion. Instead, what you should say, we are having a discussion or we are discussing this. Some verbs don't go well with certain nouns. Do a discussion is incorrect. Instead, what you should say, use having discussion or simply discuss. We are discussing this. We are having a discussion. I'm having a discussion. I'm discussing this. Okay. So these were 10 mistakes that we continue to make while we make sentences. Try to avoid them and go with the right sentence. Always remember, clarity in grammar leads to confidence in communication. So next time you speak, focus on your grammar as well. Thank you.